France gets 80 million visitors a year, but tourists always complain about crowds, costs, and rude people. What's up everyone, it's James here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a video on, is France really worth traveling to? Now, I got this video a lot asking people, is it really worth it after I came back from my trip, and I'm going to dive into that in this video, but there is a few things you do have to acknowledge and put into consideration before you come to France. Let's hop into it. Now, people think that the French are cold, but that's just a cultural misunderstanding. Before you even do anything, like order food or even walk into a shop, you have to say bonjour to whoever is working, whatever staff. It's looked at as way more respectful, and people will start to open up way more that way, rather than just giving you that cold shoulder everybody expects. Now, the cafe and dining culture here is really kind of weird. It threw me off when I first came here, but I really did enjoy it the longer I stayed. When you first walk in and get seated, you're not going to get your menu for around 30 minutes. Whenever you ask for water, it's not going to be there for around 15 to 30 minutes, which personally I didn't mind. When a waiter leaves you alone for 2 hours once you're done eating, that's not bad service, that's just their culture. I noticed that whenever I would order food, I would wait a long time for the food to come out, but the food was never cold. They embrace the quote-unquote art of living, and I truly like that, and I wish America was a little bit like that as well. It seems like whenever you go inside of a Buffalo Wild Wings or just any sort of restaurant in general, they try and rush you out. They look at you as more of money rather than a human being. In France, they look at you, of course, as both. You're also still business to them, but they let you do your thing. They let you do whatever you would like when you're ordering or whenever you're just outside. Now, the public transport in France can be a little bit tricky if it is your first time using it. Although if you have prior experience using public transport, you should be okay. I used public transport in South Korea and Hawaii, and I found it relatively easy, and I would say it was easier than France. Everything is pretty straightforward. You can go from Nice to St.Tropez in around 2 hours, which is a little bit of a long time, but you either pay €3 for a bus ticket or you pay over $100 for an Uber. That's your choice. I prefer the cheaper option, and you feel more like a local when you do that. That brings me on to another point. Metros, buses, and taxis, all in France, depending on the area of course, are all relatively cheap. It is way cheaper than Uber, and I would prefer to use that since it is way more cheaper, of course. Although, if you do have that type of money, I would recommend going Uber since it's much more straightforward and you don't have to walk everywhere. Talking about walking, if you are in France, expect to walk minimum 15,000 steps a day. If you're in Paris, that's different. Paris is a very big tourist spot that I did not end up going to. Thankfully, that is not somewhere I want to be. Although in Nice, everything is a walk, and just be prepared to get your cardio in. So like I mentioned prior, I wasn't at the most cheapest spot in France. I was actually in one of the most expensive. In Nice, everything is inflated, not because of tourism, it's just because of the luxury area that I was in. McDonald's costing 7 to 8 euros just for one sandwich, lunch costing 25 euros just for a pizza. Although it is a lot, it is one of the best food I have ever had. One thing I really noticed is how wine is cheaper than water. Now, I am not an alcoholic drinker myself, I'm not a huge one, and quite frankly, I prefer not to. Although, when I walked into a shop for the first time, first day in France, it was a huge heat wave. So rightfully so, I was sweating and I was hot. I asked one of the employees, "Where's the water?" and they showed me it. But as we were walking to the water, we passed over the wine section and I noticed that there was wine for 1.80 euros, which to me is kind of crazy. Over here in America, the liquor and wine is ridiculously taxed, which is okay. Like I said, I'm not a big alcoholic drinker, but it's just something I noticed which blew my mind. Now, one thing I highly advise is not spending your money on any tourist traps. If you go to France, especially Paris, which in general I don't recommend going to at all, if you're going to France and for some reason end up going to Paris, you will see a lot of tourist traps, a lot of scammers. Some people will try and give you a bracelet and say it's a present and that it's for free. It's not. Don't give them any mind. Don't even bother to even talk to them. They're not good people. One thing I also notice is that as you're walking around the streets, even in South Korea and Japan as well, what I noticed is restaurant owners will try and lure you in, offering free drinks, complimentary dish. And one thing that almost got us into this tourist trap is AC. They offered us AC and we almost went inside. But what business owners will often do is try and lure you in, sweet talk you to go inside of the restaurant, and you end up spending 3 hours there giving them business. If you notice though, they only talk to gullible tourists. If you're just walking and they look at you, you don't even make any eye contact, they're not even going to bother to even talk to you. But the second I even look in his or her direction, they're trying to sweet talk me, offer me free drinks, so on and so forth. So that's something that really kind of bothered me. I don't like it when people rush me, so I just had to say no to that and I continued walking. One last thing, I was going to end off the video right then and there, but I just have to let all my American tourists know, since Europe is old compared to the US, there is no AC anywhere and their sewer system isn't the best either. This is off topic, but when I was in Portugal, the bathroom smelled horrendous. I was in Lisbon, the straight heart of Lisbon, the downtown area, and I needed to use the restroom at around 2 a.m, windows all open, and it smelled horrible. But I'm sure it's not like that in all of Portugal. And one thing I just have to say is that there is no AC. The buildings aren't made for AC, unlike a US structure. In America, all buildings are made with good AC direction. So I just want to let that be known. On that note, everyone, I just want to thank you all for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and tell me what you guys want to see next. And also comment down below, is France one of your dream destinations? Have you ever been? If so, what place? And let me know how you guys felt about it in the comments. Am I correct on some things or am I wrong? Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.